What's going on, everyone? Last time, after burning down the fighting dojo and earning the Marsh badge from defeating Sabrina, the psychic gym leader, we finally finished up everything there is to offer in Saffron City. Since we're done here, the next town we need to head to is Fuchsia City, which is home to Koga, the poison gym leader, and the Safari Zone. There's two paths that we could take to get there, east along Route 12, or west through Route 17, aka the bike path. Let's see what path ChatGPT would like to take.
Let's take the east side along the water. More trainers mean more experience for our team, and I'm interested in what that fishing guru might have for us. Plus, we can enjoy the scenic route while leveling up.
Sounds good, Smart. Route 12 it is. Let's fly to Lavender Town and start heading that way. We made our way onto Route 12, where I noticed the first trainer was quite a bit lower level than our team. So after Blaze made quick work of him, I asked Smart if he would like to swap somebody else into the lead in order to catch up on levels. Smart moved Aqua into the lead, and we continued forwards. We easily smacked down all the trainers up until we reached the Snorlax blocking the path. Smart woke up the sleeping Snorlax, intending to catch it. Smart used Ice Beam on the first turn, which did a lot less damage than I expected, considering the level difference, even with Snorlax's high special defense base stat. Snorlax yawned back at us, which put Aqua in danger of being put to sleep after the next turn. Despite that, Smart kept at it and used another Ice Beam on the next turn, which actually got the freeze off just before we fell asleep. This was the longest freeze I've ever seen in my life. It was actually insane. We spent the next 4 turns failing to wake up from sleep, and finally woke up on the 5th turn and brought Snorlax down to half HP with another Ice Beam, and Snorlax just stayed frozen the whole time.
Now that Snorlax is weakened, let's prepare to catch it. We'll use a Pokeball while Snorlax is still frozen.
We burned through an Ultra Ball and 6 Great Balls, failing to catch the Snorlax, who finally de-thawed on the 7th Great Ball attempt, which brought our freeze total up to 13 turns, which was just absolute madness. Even with Snorlax de-thawed, Smart kept eating Great Balls while Snorlax healed up with rest and whittled away our HP. We eventually ran out of Great Balls and resorted to chucking Pokeballs at a full HP Snorlax. That strategy didn't work out too well, and eventually Snorlax took down Aqua.
Let's bring in Blaze. We'll try to weaken Snorlax a bit more before attempting to catch it again. Blaze, show Snorlax what you're made of. Use Metal Claw.
Despite Snorlax still having most of his HP, Smart decided that one Metal Claw was enough weakening, and to begin tossing the rest of our Pokeballs. We kept throwing Pokeballs until we finally ran out, and we're down to just the Master Ball.
It looks like we have no choice but to use the Master Ball. Snorlax is too powerful to risk losing now, and we don't have any other options left. We can't let this opportunity slip away.
Okay, we used the Master Ball and caught Snorlax. Do you want to give him a nickname?
Let's name him Juggernaut. It suits his imposing presence and the resilience he showed in battle.
Okay. Juggernaut has been sent to the PC due to our team being full.
That's fine, let's continue our journey to Fuchsia City.
With Aqua fainted, Smart swapped Bolt to the front of the party and we continued forwards, making it to the fishing guru's house and picking up the Super Rod. It was pretty smooth sailing for a while after this point. Bolt was able to take out everything we came across, even the Rocker, who had electric Pokemon, thanks to Bolt having Dig, up until we made it up to Camper Justin. Smart swapped from Bolt to Aqua for the... Wait a sec. Aqua's fainted, Smart.
Let's swap Bolt for Gust. Gust flying type moves will be super effective against Nidoran.
Yeah, sure they will. Gust took a weak double kick on the swap in, and then took Nidoran down pretty low with an Aerial Ace on the next turn, taking a second double kick since Aerial Ace wasn't enough to finish him off.
Let's finish off Nidoran with Quick Attack to ensure we hit first.
That's actually a solid play. Well damn, I wasn't expecting that. Quick Attack fainted Nidoran, but unfortunately Gus was poisoned thanks to his poison point. Justin sent in Nidorino next, and Smart kept Gustin despite being poisoned.
We can use Fly, which will give Gust a turn to avoid any incoming attacks from Nidorino while dealing damage.
Okay. I think someone needs to tell Smart that you're supposed to use the 2-turn skills when your enemy has the status condition, not when you have it. Fly only did 2/3 of Nidorino's health, meaning we took 2 ticks of poison damage and a horn attack for that move.
Let's use Fly again to deal damage to Nidorino and give Gust another turn to avoid being hit.
Alright. We took another free tick of poison, but managed to feint Nidorino and defeated Justin.
Great work! Let's make sure to heal Gust from the poison before moving forward.
Thanks to that bite, Gus leveled up to 36 and evolved into a Pidgeot. I then cured him of his poison, and then we continued forwards. As we were getting closer to Route 13, Smart slipped and fell off the bridge into the water. Unfortunately, because I don't have Surf yet, I wasn't able to rescue him. Thankfully, I found him a bit further ahead where the bridge ends, but he seemed a bit off. Since Bolt was starting to run low on Thunderbolt PP, and Smart never explicitly told me to defeat all the trainers this time, I opted to skip some of them, got down to the end of Route 13, and finally made it into Fuchsia.
Fuchsia City at last, home to the Poison Gym and our next conquest. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's take a moment to appreciate the journey.
After healing up, Smart wanted to stop at the shop to pick up some items, which has always gone so well in the past. But fortunately, we have so much money at this point that his bad math skills shouldn't be an issue. Smart wanted 10 potions, 5 antidotes, and 5 full heals. So, we already have 25 super potions, Smart.
Well, hot damn. Looks like we're swimming in potions then. Good work, I guess. Let's hope we won't need all of them.
Yeah. Also, the store doesn't have antidotes, only full heals.
Figures, alright? Grab a handful of those full heals instead.
Alright. And with the preparations complete, we headed into the gym, with Bolt heading the fight against the first trainer, Juggler Caden. Caden had a single Hypno, who was strong enough to survive Bolt's first Thunderbolt, which gave him a turn to hit back with a Psychic, dealing nearly half of Bolt's HP, before Bolt finished him off on the next turn with a second Thunderbolt.
Heal up Bolt with a super potion, just to be safe.
Of course. The only time that Smart remembers to heal is when there's a Poké Center 3 doors away. Juggler Kirk was next in line to fight, and once again, Bolt was just short of fainting his Drowsy with the first Thunderbolt. This allowed Drowsy to poison us with the poison gas before we fainted him on the next turn with a second Thunderbolt. Smart chose to keep Bolton for the second Drowsy, who only used the Meditate after surviving the first hit, but we still took some poison damage before fainting him on the next turn. He also left Bolton for Kirk's Kadabra, and only took poison damage from the swap-in since he was able to OHKO Kadabra with a single Thunderbolt. And then Kirk's final Pokemon was another Drowsy, who again survived the first hit of Thunderbolt, allowing Drowsy to hit us with a Headbutt, while taking another tick of poison damage before we fainted him on the next turn with a second Thunderbolt for the win.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Way to go, Bolt. Use a super potion on Bolt to get him back in fighting shape.
Dude, you know the Poké Center's like 3 doors down, right?
Oh, right? Well, aren't I a genius? Thanks for pointing out the obvious, genius.
After healing up, we began the third fight against Tamer Edgar, who sent in an Arbok for his first Pokemon. Smart was able to feint the first Arbok without taking any damage, thanks to it only using Screech on the first turn, and then fainting to Thunderbolt on the second turn. This prompted Edgar to send in a Sandslash, who isn't even a poison Pokemon.
Bolt, hit that Sandslash with another Thunderbolt, and let's keep this momentum going.
Sandslash is a ground Pokemon, so he was immune to our Thunderbolt, and then he used a Sand attack to lower our accuracy.
Ground type, huh? Figures. Use Dig to burrow underground and avoid any more of Sandslash's shenanigans.
Dig hit, but it didn't do shit for damage. And then we got hit back with a Slash for over half of Bolt's HP.
Damn, that slash hit hard. Hit Sandslash with another Dig and let's see if we can take it down before it gets another chance to attack.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Dig hit again for a little bit of damage, and then Sandslash hit us with another Slash and fainted Bolt.
Damn it, Bolt! You were so close!
No, he wasn't. Smart used Fury to finish off the Sandslash with a few Brick Breaks, and then swapped to Gus to take out the final Arbok. However, both took a bit of damage, and Gus was paralyzed during the fight.
Alright, let's not waste any time. Heal up Gus with a super potion and let's move on.
I guess we're just ignoring the paralysis, Bolt being fainted, and all the damage to Fury. With Bolt down, Gus was in the lead for the next battle against Juggler Sean, and thanks to the paralysis from the previous fight, it didn't go over well for Gus. Gus was able to take out the first Drowsy pretty easily, but then Sean sent in his Hypno, and things went a bit south. Gus was paralyzed on the first turn, and then to make matters worse, on the third turn, Hypno's Confusion got the Confuse as well. Which, of course, we immediately hit ourselves in Confusion, and then we got taken out on the next turn to another Confusion. Smart sent in Fury to clean up the fight, and thankfully, Hypno didn't use another Confusion. This allowed us to feint him with a Rock Slide and win the fight.
If Gust is still paralyzed, heal him up with a paralyzed health.
Well, Gus isn't really paralyzed anymore because he's fainted. Same with Bolt.
Right, forgot about that. Well, no time like the present to make use of those super potions.
They're fainted. We can't heal them with super potions.
All right, in that case, let's bring in Aqua. He's fresh and ready for action.
With Aqua in the lead, we challenged Koga, who started the fight with a coughing. Thanks to Aqua knowing Psychic, the first coughing went down in one super effective hit, to which Koga followed up with his Muck. We continued to spam Psychic against Muck, but despite it being super effective, thanks to Muck's bulkiness, it was really only doing about a third of his HP per hit. Muck only used an Acid Armor on the first turn, which didn't really matter since we were using special attacks anyways, but then he hit Aqua with a Sludge on the second turn, which did roughly a quarter of Aqua's HP. The second hit of Psychic brought Muck low enough for Koga to use a Hyper Potion, which got me a little bit worried that Muck may outlast Aqua in this fight. But on the next turn, Aqua's Psychic crit and took out Muck.
Now that's what I'm talking about, Aqua. Way to go.
Koga sent in another coughing, which fainted just as quickly as he was sent in, leaving Koga with just his wheezing remaining. But his wheezing also stood no chance. It survived the first hit of Psychic to only hit us with the smoke screen, which didn't even matter because our second Psychic still connected, fainting wheezing, meaning we had defeated Koga.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Aqua. You did it.
But we still have one more thing we need to do before we can leave Fuchsia City. We have to hit up the Safari Zone in order to get Surf and Strength.
Looks like we've got a little side mission to handle before we move on. Surf and Strength are both crucial moves, so let's get this done.
We made our way into the Safari Zone, catching Speedster the Doduo, Tank the Rhyhorn, and also, I accidentally threw a Safari Ball while spam clicking and caught Hornet the Nidorino on the way back to the Secret House. Outside of the Secret House, we found the Warden's Grill, and then we went inside to pick up the HM for Surf.
Perfect. 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's return the dentures to the Warden to get the for strength.
We quickly taught Surf to Aqua, and then headed back out to return the teeth to the Warden, who gave us the HM for Strength in return. Also, what's up with the golden teeth? What else do we not know about you, Warden? Did you and Rhyme ever have a thing together?